Hey everyone, Coach Anne Marie here, coming to you with some mobility exercises for you to hopefully integrate throughout your day. As we found ourselves maybe being a little bit more sedentary, these movements become especially important. So whether you're working from home or studying or whatever it is that you're doing, just make sure you're standing up every once in a while and moving through a range of motion for your hips, for your shoulders, for your back, all that good stuff to make sure your body is healthy. So we'll start by getting into the hip flexors. What you're going to do is you're going to step your right foot all the way back, shifting the weight into largely your front foot. The front knee is bent, the back leg is straight, and the heel is off the ground. Squeeze your glute behind you so that you're stretching into that front part of the hip, your hip flexor. This might be enough for you. If it's not, you want to get a little bit deeper. We're going to take your right arm, same arm that's back, and reach to the opposite side. So you might start to feel this a little bit in your oblique, a little bit in your lats. Just go ahead and hold here for a good 5 seconds, and then we'll come back to neutral. We'll do that again. Reach all the way back up and hold for another 5. And you can do this 3 to 5 times on this side, just again stretching into this hip flexor. Then you'll shift sides, obviously, opposite foot back, same idea. Back heel is up, front knee is bent. Squeeze the glute behind you to really get into that. And then you can reach all the way up and overhead. So as you're sitting at your desk, your hip flexors are short, right? If you're sitting there for a long period of time, that's what can start to cause low back pain, because when these muscles are short, it starts to pull on your pelvis and tilt it in a different direction. So you need to be able to stretch that out to help compensate for that. Another good thing to do is to get your glutes activated. So one way to do this is just standing tall, kick your right leg back, squeeze your glute, your leg is at about a 45-degree angle, flex your foot, and just hold here again for 5 seconds. Relax, shake that out. You can shift your weight back into it. Do it again. Do 10 reps of this total. Intentionally feeling that glute activated. If you can lay down, glute bridge is another way, a great way to activate the glutes. Again, if your hip flexors are short, you're sitting down at your desk, that means your glutes are getting longer. You've got to get up and move them every once in a while to get them activated. So 10 reps each side, and then you'll switch, or 10 reps each side, switch. Make sure you're even always. And then another one of my favorites, especially for shoulder mobility, is just up against the wall, shoulder opener. You're going to glue your forearm to the wall, elbows and wrists, try to stay in contact the whole time. Have your feet stacked directly underneath you, and you're just reaching all the way up and overhead, and then pulling those elbows down as tight to the core as possible. 10 reps of this total. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. It forces you to both open up the chest and to use your back muscles, right, to keep your shoulders in alignment, especially, again, as we're typing, right, as we're texting, whatever it is. A lot of us tend to have a rounded back. It's important to keep your shoulders open, and that's a good way to go about doing that. All right, cool. I'll be back with more exercises, or come visit me on Sunday.